The Cincinnati Bengals are in a bind. Two key players, Higgins and Trey Hendrickson, have contract issues. It's a tricky situation. The Bengals need to keep their stars happy, but they also need to stay under the salary cap. It's a tough balancing act. The Bengals front office has a big challenge ahead. The Bengals are known for being frugal. They've historically avoided big contracts. But times have changed. The Bengals are now Super Bowl contenders. They need to pay their top players to stay competitive. They can't afford to lose Higgins or Hendrickson. They're essential to the team's success. This offseason will be crucial for the Bengals. They need to make some tough decisions. They need to find a way to keep their stars happy and also stay financially responsible. It's a delicate situation. The Bengals are walking a tightrope. One wrong move could spell disaster. The decisions the Bengals make will have long-term implications. It will impact their ability to compete for championships. It will also shape the future of the franchise. The Bengals are at a crossroads. They need to choose the right path. The stakes are high. Higgins is a star wide receiver. He's a vital part of the Bengals' explosive offense, but he's not happy with his contract situation. Higgins is set to become a free agent after the 2023 season. He wants a big payday. The Bengals placed the franchise tag on Higgins. This keeps him with the team for another year. However, it doesn't guarantee a long-term deal. Higgins hasn't signed the tag yet. He's holding out for a better offer. This creates uncertainty for the Bengals. Higgins is reportedly seeking a contract similar to other top receivers. He wants to be paid what he's worth. He feels he deserves to be one of the highest-paid receivers in the league. The Bengals are hesitant to meet his demands. They are concerned about breaking the bank. They need to consider the salary cap implications. The Bengals have a history of letting star receivers walk. They lost both Chad Johnson and A.J. Brown in free agency. They don't want to repeat history with Higgins. However, they also don't want to overpay. It's a delicate balancing act. Trey Hendrickson is a dominant defensive end. He's a key part of the Bengals' defense. Unlike Higgins, Hendrickson is under contract. He has 2 years remaining on his current deal. However, he's not entirely satisfied. Hendrickson wants a raise. He believes he's outperformed his current contract. He's seeking an extension that reflects his value to the team. Hendrickson has been vocal about his desires. He's expressed his frustration with his current deal. Despite his contract demands, Hendrickson remains professional. He's still participating in team activities. He's not holding out in the traditional sense. He's making his feelings known while remaining committed to the team. This approach has earned him respect from both the Bengals and fans. Hendrickson's situation is less dramatic than Higgins. He's already under contract. He's not threatening to leave the team. He simply wants what he believes he deserves. The Bengals are more likely to negotiate with Hendrickson. They value his contributions and want to keep him happy. The Bengals are in a tough spot. They have two key players seeking new contracts. They need to find a way to satisfy both players while staying financially responsible. It's a delicate balancing act. The Bengals are taking a cautious approach. They are prioritizing Higgins' situation. They recognize the urgency of his contract situation. They know they need to resolve his future before the start of the season. The Bengals are less pressured to address Hendrickson's demands immediately. They have more time to negotiate with him. The Bengals are exploring all options. They're considering long-term deals for both players. They're also looking at potential trade scenarios. The Bengals are trying to be creative and find solutions that work for everyone involved. They're trying to avoid a lose-lose situation. The Bengals are communicating with both players and their agents. They're trying to find common ground and reach agreements that are mutually beneficial. The Bengals are hoping to avoid any distractions during the season. They want their players focused on winning a championship. The Bengals' contract disputes with Higgins and Hendrickson could have several outcomes. Each scenario has its own implications for the team's future. The Bengals need to carefully consider all possibilities. The best-case scenario is that the Bengals sign both players to long-term extensions. This would secure the core of their team for years to come. It would also send a message that the Bengals are committed to winning. However, this outcome is unlikely. A more realistic scenario is that the Bengals sign one player and let the other walk. They might prioritize Higgins due to his position and age. This would mean losing a valuable player. It would also create a hole in the roster. The Bengals would need to find replacements through free agency or the draft. The worst-case scenario is that the Bengals lose both players. This would be a major setback for the team. It would significantly weaken their roster. It would also send a negative message to fans and other players. The Bengals would need to rebuild their team. The Bengals are entering a crucial period in their history. The decisions they make regarding Higgins and Hendrickson will have a lasting impact. The Bengals need to find a way to balance their desire to win with their financial constraints. The Bengals fans are eagerly awaiting a resolution. They want to know what the future holds for their team. They're hoping for the best, but bracing for the worst. The Bengals are facing intense scrutiny. The Bengals need to make some tough decisions. They need to be strategic and decisive. They need to find a way to navigate this challenging situation. The Bengals' future hangs in the balance. Their success depends on their ability to make the right choices. The Bengals are in the spotlight. The NFL world is watching closely. The Bengals' contract dramas are a major storyline this offseason. The Bengals are under pressure to find solutions. The stakes are high. The jungle roars with anticipation.